Two more matches remains of the Stadium Giant Cup 1. First off, the Consolidation Final between Bergie, Scrapie, Massa and Flyer. Top two will then advance to the Grand Final where Chronos and Spam awaits. We have one more warm-up to go before starting off this match. And the format is that we play on 3 different maps, 6 rounds on each. For each round you get 10 points if you take first, 6 points if you take second, 4 points if you take third, and 3 points if you take fourth. And then whoever got the most amount of points after all 18 rounds have been played will win the match. But the top 2 of course will qualify to the Grand Final. The first map will be Feral Head by Surd. Scrapie got the record here. 50.30 something. This one was updated, so the Deadmania is a bit outdated because of that. But anyways, the end of the warm-up is here, so good luck and fun to all the 4 players. Let's begin the match. Of course, Scrapie and Massa have been playing all day, while Flyer and Bergie reached the winner bracket final just yesterday and then dropped down. So this is their first match of the day, and Someboy is driving for some reason. Okay, he's forced into spec mode. So yeah, that could play a factor that Flyer and Bergie aren't as warmed up as Massa and Scrapie here, but we'll see. Could also be that Scrapie and Massa are a bit tired. Oh, huge mistake from Flyer, exiting the platform turn. You see Scrapie also with a mistake here, so Bergie and Massa, the 2 Dignitas players, currently in the lead. And we could potentially have 3 Dignitas players in the Grand Final if Bergie and Massa are the 2 that will qualify, since Spam is already in it. And who's gonna win this one? Very close, and it is Bergie who takes first. 500 ahead of Massa, 61 ahead of Scrapie, and 3 seconds, 54 hundredths ahead of Flyer. So Bergie with 10 points, Massa with 6, Scrapie with 4, and Flyer with 3 points. Oh, who's that? Was Scrapie? Yep. And Scrapie did really well on this map in the loser bracket final that was played before this. So it is a bit surprising here that he's driving really bad right now, 2 rounds into it. And we again have Massa and Bergie in the lead. Flyer now at 3rd place. Switch to Bergie if I can find his hotkey. I don't have his hotkey. I'll have to go like this. Massa right now in the lead. And it looks like Massa will take first as well, ahead of Bergie, so those 2 will be tied now with the same amount of points. Flyer takes 3rd, gets 4 points, and Scrapie, able to finish at least, gets 3 points. So Bergie and Massa with 16 points each, Flyer with 7 and Scrapie with 7. Starting off 3rd round. Better start for Scrapie. Still at 4th place though. Again, he did really well on this map in the loser bracket final. Right now it looks like he's only gonna get 3 points again. He is in fact 21 hundredths behind. This is not looking good for Scrapie. Will be able to pass Massa though. Gets a bump. And then we have a close fight between Flyer and Bergie for 1st place. Flyer with the advantage right now, but Bergie fights back. Last turn will decide it. And it looks like Flyer should have a pretty good line here, and he will take first. 0.78, 500 ahead of Bergie, 7700 ahead of Scrapie, and 9100 ahead of Massa. So Flyer catches up a bit. Only 2 points behind Massa, and 5 points behind Bergie, and 6 points ahead of Scrapie. What happened to Bergie in the start? I really wish I had his hotkey. He hit the wall there in the start, and with that loses 1 second. A really good start to this match. We see Scrapie and Flyer in the lead, so Massa at third, 1800s behind. This map is pretty tricky. We do see a lot of mistakes, and then Massa makes a mistake. I was gonna say that maybe Scrapie and Flyer will make a mistake, but they are still without mistakes in this round. Scrapie has extended his lead over Flyer, 20 hundredths ahead at the moment. And unless something happens here in the end, he is going to win the round as well. 50.79 by Scrapie. Flyer takes second, Bergie takes third, and Massa takes fourth. So both Flyer and Scrapie now catching up to the two Dignitas players, and it is very close, only 5 points between all 4 players. Let's see now if with that win, if Scrapie feels a bit more confident on this map. He was setting mid 50 times in the loser bracket final. Even a 50.40 is set in the loser bracket final, so definitely very good on this map. And now he takes an early lead in this round. So Flyer having to go a bit wide. No major mistake though, still in it. 1700s behind. Oh, then gets a bump though at the platform. Also Bergie. Flyer can pass him and go up to third. We have a fight here for first between Scrapie and Massa, the two players that came from the loser bracket. Oh! Alright, Scrapie had to adjust his speed a bit. Allows Massa to pass him. And both players on good times. Massa is tied right now with Scrapie's Steadymania record on this updated version. And loses some time here in the end, but it's gonna be a good time by Massa. 50.69. Scrapie 50.96, Flyer 51.22, and Bergie 54.26. Massa in the lead with 32 points, Bergie at second with 29, and Flyer and Scrapie both with 27. But still only 5 points between the players. This is the final round now of the first map. 6 rounds will be played on 3 maps. Who's gonna be leading after this is over? All 4 players could be in the lead, depending on who wins it. Close fight, no slowdowns over the platform. Bergie currently at last place, but he does a good turn here. Passes Flyer. Who himself passes Massa, but it is very, very close. Oh, Scrapie had to do another adjustment there. Falls down to 4th place again. Still a third. Whoa! Both Massa and Scrapie with bumps from those borders. Bergie is the only one without mistakes here, and he's gonna take first place. Who's gonna take second? Flyer able to stay in front of Massa with 100 of second, and then Scrapie 1.5 seconds behind. So it is Bergie who's leading after 1 map played, 39 points. Massa at second with 36, Flyer at third with 33, and Scrapie at fourth with 30. And the second map will be Goodbye, made by ML. Kronos, one of the players in the grand final, have the world record. Then we have Scrapie at top 2, Massa at top 5, Bergie at top 8, and Flyer only at top 17 on this map. That's interesting. So I guess this is not his best map. But anyways, we are starting with 2 warm-up rounds, and once those are over, we will continue this Consolidation Final. And it looks like Scrapie has some graphics issues, so he's, I think, restarting his game. So we will have to wait for him, unless he's back before this warm-up round is over. We'll see. Alright, so that's the end of the second warm-up. Scrapie is still not on the server, so we will have to wait for him. So still not live. Alright, now Scrapie is back. But I don't know if we're gonna start now. I guess go. Okay. Alright, let's go. Second map now. Bergie in the lead with 39, Massa at second with 36, Flyer at third with 33, and Scrapie at fourth with 30. And Scrapie is not driving, so I guess we have to say stop. Alright, Scrapie says he can't drive with cars on. I guess he doesn't have a button for it to toggle it. So we are going to have to force that round to end. And hopefully Scrapie is ready now. Alright. Scrapie, second place. A very fast time on this map. Oh, Massa touches the wall and now he's not driving and he says end round. I don't think that is I think it's just trying to mess up the match a bit here. I don't think he's actually having any troubles. So I think we are going to just continue the match. So Bergie in the lead right now, Scrapie at second, Flyer at third, Massa dead last. So Bergie will take first in this round, 46.19, Scrapie takes second, Flyer takes third, and Massa takes fourth. So Bergie extends his lead now up to 49 points. Massa at 39, Flyer at 37, and Scrapie at 36. Bergie with a bit of a lead right now. It's not that much. There's Bergie. He's at third place, got Scrapie and Flyer in front of him. Massa is at last place again. Oh, huge mistake from Bergie, and he actually gets stuck. We'll have to respawn. Who's gonna take first though? Either Scrapie or Flyer. Looks like it is gonna be Scrapie who takes first, but only with 200ths of a second. Then Massa takes third, and here comes Bergie. 5 seconds left on the clock. We'll be able to finish as well and get 3 points. So the others will catch up to him. Scrapie up to second place now, passes both Flyer and Massa. 6 points behind Bergie, who's still in the lead. Oh, I got a hotkey for Bergie. That's promising. Don't know why it's so buggy. Sometimes the hotkeys just disappear and then shows up again. Oh, not best turn there from Scrapie. He avoids the wall at least. Oh, Massa into the wall. He's not doing good right now. Might not be as focused. And Bergie in the lead ahead of Flyer. Will he be able to take first? No, Flyer right now in the lead. Last turn though, you can build up a lot of speed. Flyer goes a lot to the right. Who's gonna take it? Ooh, Flyer comes back in the end and wins with 100 over Bergie. Scrapie takes third, and then Massa fourth. Not that good of a times in this match so far. In previous matches we saw a lot of low 46 on this map and even some under 46, but here you can win with 0.20 even, so that's interesting. Of course the pressure is higher now, so that definitely plays a role. Alright, so we are 2 rounds, we have 2 rounds left to play on this second map. Bergie in the lead still with 58, Flyer with 53, Scrapie at 50, and Massa with 46. And right now we have a very close pack of players. Great turn there from Massa, puts him at first place. Very, very close still in this round. Flyer drops down to last place, but he's still in it. Can get a good ending here. Could perhaps pass some of the players. Massa will see Scrapie passing him. Also Bergie, maybe also Flyer. No, and Massa comes back with a lot of speed, and Massa takes first place. Great ending. Went from third to first place in the end there. 200 ahead of Scrapie, 300 ahead of Bergie, and 900 ahead of Flyer. Very close round. Score is now Bergie with 62, Massa up to second with 56. Actually, Scrapie and Flyer also with 56. We have a triple tie. Long time ago I said that word. Triple tie right now between Massa, Scrapie and Flyer, and they are only 6 points behind Bergie in the lead. Very, very close match. Last round of the second map. Flyer has a bad start. 2200s behind. Can he catch up here? Massa in the lead right now. Battling with Scrapie, Bergie. 1200s behind. Flyer catching up a bit to Bergie, but it looks like fight for first is gonna be between Scrapie and Massa. Last turn will decide it again. Who's gonna have most amount of speed now? Looks like it is Scrapie this time. 46.08. 200 ahead of Massa. 23 ahead of Flyer and 30 ahead of Bergie. So Flyer was able to pass Bergie there in the end. Alright, okay, yeah, no, we got one more round here. That's right, because we skipped that first round since Scrapie... Actually, we should have 2 more rounds then, I think. Yeah, I guess we have 2 more rounds. It's always confusing when that happens, because I'm so used to just looking at the number, like how many rounds we played. So I think we have 2 more rounds to be played on this second map. Very close, as you can see. Scrapie has now gone up in the lead, 1 point ahead of ahead of Bergie. Bergie though in the lead, so he could take over first place again. Very, very close round. Massa goes up to second place. And looks like Bergie is gonna take first, and Massa will take second place. Another close round, no mistakes for many of the players. And that is the end of the map, I guess. I think so. So Bergie in the lead with 75, Scrapie at second with 70, Massa at third with 68, and Flyer at fourth with 63. 12 points between the 4 players. Hopefully we will not have any skipped rounds this time, so I'm not gonna be confused. Alright, so the last map will be Ego Trip by John. Kronos got the world record, Massa got top 2, Flyer got top 3, Bergie got top 6, and Scrapie got top 7. All players with great times on this map. And we have 2 warm-ups, of course, before starting the match. Still can have anyone getting through and anyone getting eliminated. Bergie though with the best score right now, 75. But he cannot really feel that safe with that score. Needs to perform well. But if he takes maybe 1 or 2 first places, then I think he can feel pretty secured. So we'll see what will happen. That's the end of the first warm-up. 1 more will follow. We see here where Scrapie crashed in the checkpoint this turn. Very, very important for this map. You want to get a lot of speed out of this turn here. That will put you in the lead for sure. But the risk, of course, is to hit this side of the checkpoint here that Scrapie did. So we'll see if that will happen in the match. Then also this part, you can go either to the right over the quarter pipe, or you can drop down to the left. It seems to be about the same in how fast it is. Alright, that's the end of the last warm-up. Let's continue this consolidation final. Top 2 will advance to the grand final where Kronos and Spam awaits. Right now, Bergie in the lead with 75 points, Scrapie at second with 70, Massa at third with 68, and Flyer at fourth with 63 points. Only 12 points between all 4 players. Could go either way. And here we go. Who's gonna make the first mistake? Who's gonna win the first round? Of course, Flyer and Massa are the ones that wants to win. And then Massa has made a mistake in that turn I was talking about. And it looks like Bergie has also made a mistake. So this opens up now for Flyer and Scrapie. Scrapie could take over the lead here perhaps. Ooh, but makes a mistake, allows Flyer to pass him. And Bergie is getting closer to Scrapie, might be able to pass him. Scrapie can't afford any more mistakes. But it looks like Flyer should take this round. Can pass the ending. Goes for that inside line. And almost got a bump there. Drove over the border, but does take the first 10 points. 53 seconds out of Scrapie, Bergie, and then Massa. So with that, Flyer up to 73 points now. And he is at third place now. 3 points behind Scrapie. 6 points behind Bergie and 2 points ahead of Massa. 8 points between all 4 players now. 5 rounds left to go. Oh, and then it's Flyer's turn to crash in this difficult turn. And that's not gonna help him, of course. Only getting 3 points in this round. Massa in the meantime in the lead. Scrapie at second. They both wanna catch up to Bergie, of course, who is still in the lead. But Bergie with a good turn there will be able to pass Scrapie. Over the grass. Massa drops down a bit, but stays at second place. Bergie has gone up first now. Good stuff here by Bergie. Ooh, Massa with a mistake. Scrapie takes over second place, but Bergie can go up to 89 points now. And he will do so. No further mistakes here by Bergie. 52.80 is a good time as well. Scrapie 53.02, Massa 0.18, and Flyer 57.73. Bergie up to 89 points. And now he is 7 points ahead of Scrapie. Flyer at third, Massa at fourth. 76 and 75 points. Third round now. Oh, Bergie had to slow down in speed, but he did the smart choice there. Instead of just crashing, he just released the acceleration, and with that, is still in the race. 3,700 is behind, but he could perhaps pass Scrapie here, and of course, if someone else crashes, he could pass those as well. So, very smart move there by Bergie to slow down in speed. Massa right now in the lead ahead of Flyer, then Scrapie at third. Oh, not the best turn there from Scrapie. Bergie will pass him. No! He clips the wall to the left just when he was going to pass Scrapie. But who's going to take first though? Massa makes a mistake as well. Massa with the mistake, and Flyer is going to take first. And Scrapie goes up to second. Massa and Bergie third and fourth place. Only gets 4 and 3 points. And now Bergie still in the lead with 92. Scrapie at second with 88. Flyer at third with 86. And Massa at fourth with 79. This is getting down to the wire now as we start the fourth round. Three more rounds left to go, and Bergie with the worst start now. Not too far behind. Only Flyer goes over the quarter pipe. All other players going to the left. Flyer with a lot of speed pays off. No, what? Whoa, I think he got a slowdown. Flyer with a slowdown because he was in the wrong gear. And drops down to fourth place. Scrapie in the meantime in the lead. Can he take first here? He might be able to take over first place in the total as well. Massa is the one that needs the most points now. Most points. He's at fourth place. but he sees his teammate Bergie passing him. Scrapie still in the lead. Will Massa be able to pass Bergie here? No! Bergie with more speed keeps that second place. Wow, 3 players under 53 seconds in that round. Only Flyer with a time over 53 seconds. So now the score is Bergie and Scrapie tied for first, 98 points. Flyer at 89, Massa at 83. We got 2 more rounds left to go. I think Massa is probably out. I don't think he can make it anymore. Flyer could though, if he wins these last couple of rounds. I think might be able to do it. We'll see how it's gonna go. Massa right now in the lead, and he's got a big lead as well. See if Flyer can avoid that slowdown now. Ooh, Scrapie will pass him with a lot more speed. So this is not looking promising right now for Flyer. Needs to take first. But we got 2 players in front of him, Massa and Scrapie. Oh, he goes up to second place here. Nope, still at third. Still at third place. And no mistakes from Massa or Scrapie. Good turn here from Flyer, but I think Scrapie got more speed though. Yes, he does. And then he makes a mistake. Hits the side of the checkpoint in the end. And I think that's gonna be it. And Massa takes first here though, so he's up to 93 points, but I don't think he can make it anymore. No, Scrapie and Bergie just need to finish this round, and they will advance to the grand final. Last round. We have seen some rounds where the players haven't finished the rounds, but I mean, I don't see it happening. They will just save these rounds here. Flyer had the chance here, maybe, but now it's not gonna happen. So, oh, Scrapie makes a mistake, but doesn't matter. Ooh, and bump there from Massa, who retires the round. No, he's still in it, just lags a bit. Bergie in the lead. Okay, now Massa actually disconnects from the server. So he's already moved on. And yeah, it's gonna be Bergie and Scrapie who will advance to the grand final. But this was a really good match though. Very, very close throughout the whole match, really. Alright, so Bergie wins the last round. Flyer takes second ahead of Scrapie. And then Massa retired that round. So the final result, Bergie takes first, 112 points, Scrapie second, 108, Flyer third with 98, and Massa fourth with 93. Bergie and Scrapie goes through to the grand final. Flyer and Massa are eliminated. GG.